So, what if you could be the mission commander for your home's energy? Seriously, we're not just talking about slapping some solar panels on the roof anymore. We're talking about mastering a whole ecosystem of power, right from your own home. Let's get into how that actually works.
Just think about it for a second. You might have solar panels, maybe even a little wind turbine. You've got a battery in the garage. And of course, you're still connected to the main grid. They're all doing their own thing, right? But how do you get them all to talk to each other, to work as one single smart system? How do you actually get a clear picture of what's going on?
And that right there is the problem. For most people right now, managing all these different energy sources feels like trying to solve a really complicated jigsaw puzzle, but none of the pieces seem to fit together. You know how it is. Your solar inverter has its own app. Your battery system, that's got another one. And your smart plugs, well, they're on a totally different platform. You're constantly jumping between different screens, trying to stitch together what's happening with your power. It's confusing, it's not very efficient, and honestly, it's kind of a headache. All the pieces are there, but they just don't connect.
Okay, but what if you could solve that puzzle? What if you could take all that chaos and bring it all together into one single streamlined command center? Well, that's where this idea of a personal mission control comes in.
So the solution is what we're calling an energy monitoring control center. The whole idea is actually pretty simple but really powerful. It brings all of your renewable energy projects, all the data, all the controls, into one single dashboard. It is, literally, your own mission control for your home, giving you a complete, real-time look at your entire energy system. All right, let's walk through it. Imagine we're looking at a brand new, fresh dashboard. The first big number you'll see is total power, and that's measured in kilowatts. The easiest way to think about this is like the speedometer in your car. It's showing you the instantaneous power you're generating and using at this exact moment. It's the live heartbeat of your entire system. Okay, so if power is your speedometer, then total energy is your odometer. This number, measured in kilowatt hours, isn't about what's happening right now. It's the story of your day. It adds up all the energy you've generated over time, showing you the real, tangible result of all your system's hard work. And here is where it really hits home. This dashboard takes all those kilowatt hours and translates them directly into money in your pocket. See, every bit of energy you generate yourself is energy you don't have to buy from the grid. This metric shows you in your own currency exactly how much money your system is saving you day by day. That's the real bottom line. But it's not just about the financial savings. There's the environmental impact too. And this number quantifies your contribution to a healthier planet. It actually calculates the kilograms of CO2 emissions you've avoided by generating clean energy. It turns your home project into a measurable force for good. So that's the big picture view. But what can this mission control actually do? Let's take a look at the tools you'd have at your fingertips right now. Yeah, this dashboard isn't just for looking at pretty numbers, it's for taking action. You've got the device control panel so you can remotely switch things on and off. You've got the solar and wind monitors, which give you super detailed, real-time analytics on exactly what you're generating. And this is so important, you've got the battery health monitor. It lets you see precisely how your energy storage is doing, everything from voltage to its state of charge. You're not just a passenger here, you're the pilot. Now, this system is already incredibly powerful, but what gets me really excited is where it's all going. This isn't just a finished product, it's an evolving platform. So let's peek at the roadmap for building the future grid. The future is all about deeper integration and, well, more intelligence. Soon, you'll be able to track the power you sell back to the grid. Then you'll be able to add new sources like hydro and even see what each individual appliance is using with smart meters. But the real game changer, that's the AI optimization. Just imagine your system seeing a big storm on the weather forecast and then automatically charging up your battery from the grid while electricity prices are low. You'd be totally prepared and you wouldn't have to lift a finger. So when you pull all of this together, what does it all add up to? Well, it really comes down to one simple but incredibly powerful idea: putting energy control back where it belongs, in your hands. A system like this completely changes your relationship with energy. You're no longer just a passive consumer who gets a bill at the end of the month. You become an active manager, an informed producer. You're the commander of your own personal power station. You get to decide when to store energy, when to use it, and when to sell it. Now that is true energy independence. And that kind of leaves us with one final big thought. We've been looking at this dashboard for just one home, but What happens when you scale this up? What would our world actually look like if every single home, every building, had its own mission control? It points to a future that's more resilient, more efficient, a future powered not by a few giant power plants, but by millions of smart, interconnected homes. What would that future really be like?